All right, let's talk about something that hits home for a lot of entrepreneurs. We're going to dig into how you can go from the endless daily grind to building a business that actually gives you real freedom. You know, if you've ever felt trapped by the very thing you built to set yourself free, well, this one's definitely for you. So let's just start with a really tough question, a gut check question. Take a hard look at what you've built. Does it run when you're not there? Or are you the one who has to be there for everything, answering every call, putting out every fire? This is the one question that really separates a true business from what's basically just a high-stress job you've created for yourself. And man, this quote from our source material is just so powerful. So many people pour their heart and soul into their work, only to look up one day and realize they haven't escaped the 9 to 5 at all. Nope, they've just become their own really demanding boss, the one they can never, ever get away from. That's not freedom, that's a trap. Okay, so here's our roadmap. We're going to start by really unpacking that self-employment trap. Then we'll get into why systems are the absolute key to scaling. After that, we'll break down the 3 pillars you need to literally replace yourself, then cover how marketing fuels that whole system. And finally, we're going to redefine the real goal here, fast freedom. First up, the self-employment trap. This is all about getting to the bottom of why that stuck feeling happens, even when you're supposed to be the one in charge. Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On one side, you've got the classic service business where you are the business. Your income is directly tied to the hours you put in, which means your growth has a hard ceiling. But over on the right, you've got a system. It's designed to be separate from your time, to deliver value at a huge scale, and to create a predictable flow of income. It's a structure you build, not a hamster wheel you have to keep running. And that brings us to the core solution, the big light bulb moment. It's about shifting your mindset from doing all the work yourself to building the machine that does the work. This is the leap from just being a service provider to becoming a true system architect. I love this analogy because it makes it so clear. A service business, that's like walking to the well and carrying water back, one single bucket at a time. Your output is one-to-one with your effort. It's exhausting, right? But a system, oh, that's like designing and building the entire plumbing network for the whole town. Yeah, it's a lot of work up front, but once it's built, water flows to everyone, whether you're there to turn the crank or not. So you're probably thinking, okay, I get it. I want the plumbing network, but how? How do you actually build it? Well, it doesn't happen by accident. It's a very deliberate, strategic process. And this next part is the blueprint for literally designing yourself out of the day-to-day grind. And it all comes down to this core concept, designing for absence. Your goal isn't to be the hero who swoops in and saves the day. No, your goal is to make yourself replaceable. The faster you can remove yourself from the daily operations, the faster you get to that real freedom we're talking about. And you get there with 3 really powerful pillars. First, processes. Replace your memory. You have to document everything. Create playbooks, get the business out of your head and onto paper so anyone can do it. Second, automation replaces repetition. You use technology to handle all that tedious grunt work that just eats up your time. And third, people replace the owner. You hire smart people strategically to take over the very roles you used to have to do yourself. You know, think of it like building a fully automated factory. Your processes, those are the architectural blueprints. Your automation, that's all the machinery and the robotics doing the heavy lifting 24/7. And your people, they're the skilled technicians who keep the whole system running smoothly. And you, the owner, you're not on the assembly line anymore. You're in the design studio dreaming up what's next. Okay, so you've built this incredible self-running engine. Now what? Well, you've got to put fuel in it. This is where your job changes completely. You stop being an operator and you become a promoter. You get to focus on the single highest leverage activity there is, marketing. The best way to think about it is this. If your business system is this amazing high-performance engine, then your marketing is the fuel pump. It doesn't matter how perfect that engine is, without a steady supply of fuel, it's just a very expensive paperweight. It's going nowhere. And that fuel is a constant flow of customers. And we're not talking about that annoying, pushy kind of marketing. This is about clearly communicating how your solution makes people's lives better. It's about making something genuinely useful and making sure the right people can find it. Because the best system in the world is useless if nobody knows it exists. And the best part? It scales right alongside your system without causing everything to fall apart. So, this brings us to the final and maybe most important part. This is where it all comes together. We've built the system, we're fueling it with marketing. But what for? What's the real end game? What have we been working towards this whole time?
It all starts with this huge shift in your identity. As the owner, you have to transition from being the person who does everything to the person who designs everything. You go from rowing the boat as hard as you can to being the captain on the bridge, charting the course.
And yeah, the predictable income, the money that flows in from the system, that's all fantastic. It's an incredible result of building this thing. But believe it or not, the money itself isn't the final prize. It's just a tool. It's a means to an end. The real goal is this: fast freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to decide when you work, what you work on, and, most importantly, how you live your life. It's about owning your time, which is the only asset in the world you can never, ever get back. That right there, that's the true return on investment for becoming an architect.
So I want you to forget the hustle for just a minute and start thinking like an architect. Look at your business, your idea, your passion, and ask yourself this one simple question. What system will you architect to build your own freedom?
I hope you found this video enjoyable and informative. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more amazing content just like this.